It moved?
Yeah.
Like how much?
What? A few inches forward? I mean, it shifted an angle like that a little bit.
He said it didn't bother him.
Yeah. He said in the mix zone
Yeah,
he
I
felt bad about it.
Yeah, like I said, I was just running my race and trying to get over that hurdle. I mean, it wasn't intentional, obviously, but yeah, that's on me. Like I should be clean over 10. Like I never ever had that of a mishap coming home like that. But like I said, just running that fast and not putting yourself in that position throughout the season, it's bound to happen with that lactate running like that. So yeah.
Were you going for the world record tonight with how fast you were going out?
And I was going to win. Like I just knew that I had to be damn near world record pace through 8. So my goal was just to run through 4. I went 12 to 3, which once I went 12 to 3, I just knew, okay, like I'm good now. Because that's kind of been my mishap, was running that back stretch and stuttering down that back stretch and losing time. So once I did that, I was like, all right, put your foot kind of fucking run home. And I did that, and I was just running too fast. My body couldn't really keep up with what my mind was telling me to do. So that's why 14s came to 10, and that's why I had to do this.
What was it like hearing that in the midst of the celebration when you were wearing the crown and everything?
Well, I still had it on, and I took it off, and then I was like, I get the camera out my face, but then I was like, you gotta chill because I'm not out here just representing myself. I'm representing the entire United States and my family and this whole team. So I just had to keep my emotions in check and really figure out what was going on. And, like I said, there's nothing much I can do at that point. I just wait for the hearing by the officials. And obviously, it really sucked to like lose that way in a DQ after running 10 hurdles. But I'm happy that I was able to show some real restraint down there and some self-control.
Were you surprised that Post was switched up?
Yeah, I was like really. I thought he would have been there. I think over the years, Carson and I have been going back and forth, and we've established such a good rapport and respect for each other. Like, it sucks to see my guy not make the podium, but these things happen at these world championships, and I think, yeah, it really sucks to see. But he's had a great season, ran fast in Silesia, so the expectation was to come out here and put on a great duel between both him and Santos and Samba. So, yeah, things happen, and this sport's so freaking unforgiving, man. You live by the sword and you die by it. So that's just all I can say.
This is the second championships in a row where he's charged out really hard at the beginning, and then faded, and you were able to take advantage of that. Do you think that this is a shifting in y'all's rivalry, or do you think he just made strategic mistakes?
I'm not sure. I can't really speak to what his mentality was going in. Like, we've all seen Carson do that and run extremely fast. For example, Silesia ran a hell of a race there. So this sport, like, sometimes you have a good day and sometimes you have a bad day. And I think once you get to a world championship at this stage, as I said at USA's, is you can't make mistakes with these guys. Like, they will punish you. So, like I said, like, you live by the sword and you die by it. And one day, yeah, it's just really tough.
How did it feel to win back here in Tokyo after that race 4 years ago?
I mean, I won and then I didn't win, and then I won again. So I won twice tonight. So I guess I could retire on the flash still. But no, it feels good. 4 years ago was, drama again, but we ran so fast and I got second. And, the tears were flowing. So to come back to this exact spot and flip the script and then have the whole drama again down there was like crazy. But Tokyo is a really special place, and as much as I love it, I'm happy we're not coming back here for another championship in my career. So yeah.
Was that the most lactic you had ever felt at hurdle 10?
Yeah, I would say so. Usually I don't really get a lot of lactic, but like I said, I was just so fast through hurdle 8 and 9, and my body hasn't been in that zone before, so it's only natural that it goes through that whole process. But I was happy that I put enough daylight between me and everyone else so that I was able to recover from that mistake, because I almost felt I almost went down too. So staying on my feet and just really coming home was just really tough for me. Hell yeah, I was like, shit, don't get caught. I was like, don't get caught. And I didn't want to look up at the Jumbotron because that would just make the situation even worse. But I was just praying, I was like hoping I don't get caught. But I think once I got like 5 meters before the line, I was like, yeah, I think I got this one. It was great. I mean, I saw what she went through this whole season with injuries and you know, just not being in a rhythm and you know, being in her head. And I tried to talk to her, and I'm just like, listen, you're here now. Don't try to change anything. Just do what you've been doing all season. If it's one thing about Jasmine, she is a gamer. She's gonna show up. She might have a rough season, but once those lights are on and she's in that final, she's gonna win. So I'm really happy for her, training partner. And I try to give her as much advice as I can at times. I could be harsh, but I'm happy that like she listens and she understands. But you know, I think that's just because of Coach Hayes and her great coaching and just having a well-rounded like support system like this.
Did you feel more freedom this year with